So this chapter is about graphical user interface. And I will explain about the GUI. We call it GUI, graphical user interface. I will give the introduction. And then we will install in PyCharm. And let's do something related to the basic GUI later. So for this introduction, this chapter will focus on the Qt designer. We are going to use this Qt designer. Graphical user interface, or we call it GUI. GUI familiar to most people today. They are related to the OS like Microsoft Windows or the Mac OS. And then, there are some other interfaces for the desktop. So we call this a X Windows system, or any laptop computers in Unix-based system. And you can also handle with the Android or Windows Phone or the Apple iOS. But I do not want to expand to all those OS. So we are just looking at the very basic GUI and what we can do the GUI programming in Python. So Python has a huge number of GUI framework. And maybe many books, they try to start from TKINTR. Usually we call it Tinker. Traditionally, it is bundled with Python using .k, and it can have a cross-platform solution. It means you can use in Windows, you can use in iOS, you can use in Linux, and etc. And it is able to bind to the platform-specific technologies. So if you use Java, so you can also connect to this Tinker. But there are many other frameworks, so we are going to learn, at least we know what kind of framework that Python gives to you. So the Python first framework is Tinker. It is the most popular programming package for graphical user interface or desktop apps. So you can make like this kind of application. So you can select what is the frame, what is the button, and etc. And then you can make your own GUI. So Tinker name, it is because of the simplicity. They call it, this is simple. And they have the combination of the TK and the Python standard GUI framework. So this is the most common framework that we can use. The other kind of framework, there is a framework called GUI. So the GUI is using the OpenGL. It is another kind of language. And I do not want to teach this one because you need to understand also another kind of programming language. But this is very good because it can do in multiple platforms. So you can use it Windows, you can use it in Mac, you can use it in Linux, and you can also make the Android user interface. And if you learn about the IoT, this GUI is also good for the Raspberry Pi. If you want to know more about the IoT, there's a concept about Raspberry Pi. It's a kind of hardware. And the good thing it is open source, so you can use this one for free. And there are about 20 widgets in this tool. There's another kind of open source, we call it the WX Python. So in this WX Python, it is good for Windows. And it can be also for another kind of OS like the Mac and Unix. So people say that if you are beginning on the user interface, it is good. So if you are just beginning the application in Python, so the WX Python is good. And there's a good simple tutorial you can go through. but unfortunately, you need to write your code, so one by one. There's another kind of framework, we call it PyGUI. This is also another framework that can be used in cross-platform. You can use in Unix, you can use in Mac, you can use in Windows. So the comparison with other framework, the PyGUI is simple and lightweight. So we call it lightweight. Usually it is good for the most computer. It is, the file size is very small. And the API is purely in sync with Python. And PyGUI insert very less code between the GUI platform and Python application. So if you are going to use the PyGUI, you still need to code, but they said that very less code. Another kind of framework is PySide. PySide is free and cross-platform as well. And it uses the Qt, this is the Qt-based framework. I will use the Qt later. And then the PySide has been sponsored by Nokia. So if you are going to develop a kind of application for the smartphone, if it is the Nokia-based smartphone, then the PySide is good. So Qt is a UI framework and cross-platform application. And yeah, it can support Linux, OS, the Mac, and then Windows. And there's also another kind of OS, Memo. PySide is very good for the multimedia. So if you use video or you use image, this is very good. And if you are dealing with some kind of web, okay, XML documents or networking, and if you use database, yeah, this is very good. And it's also compatible with some other kind of Python GUI framework like PyQt4. So what we are going to learn today is using the PyQt. So this PyQt is one of the favorite cross-platform Python bindings implementing in the Qt library for the Qt. So Qt is owned by Nokia for the application development framework. And the PyQt is available for Linux, Windows, Mac, and this is another kind of OS. Yeah. So nowadays there are many companies, they try to build their own OS. Samsung, they try to build their own OS. LG, they also try to build their own OS. If you look at Naver, they also have their own OS. So we need to find some good platform or good framework if you want to make the GUI. So the combination to create a program by coding or using the Qt designer to create the visual dialogues. So if you use the PyQt, yeah, we can make this kind of dialog box, or we can design in this kind of visualization. Yeah, if you want to look more GUI programming, you can look in this Wikipedia. Okay. This is a complete list. So actually there are many frameworks, but I think we can just focus on one for our course. So let's deal with the Qt designer. So the first step is to install. Okay. So if you fail to install this one, I'm afraid that yeah, you cannot continue to the next step. And I think it's very good if you can implement this GUI in your team project. So let's do the installation. First, you can go to the Anaconda prompt, or you can use the terminal in PyCharm. Okay, I will just use the terminal in PyCharm. So you can go to PyCharm, and then you can see in the in the bottom part, okay, So in the bottom part of the Python, you can see terminal. Okay. So click on that terminal. If you click on the terminal, then you will see this turn off environment. Because this is the Windows PowerShell, it connects to Windows, and then you can do many things to the Windows environment. And next, we will install. Okay. So there are two kind of statement. The first is pip install pyqty. Okay. I will copy this one, and then you can paste here. So you can type here pip install pyqty. It will take some time to install. Okay, so any other problems? If you write again like this and it shows the information like this, it means the PyQt5 already installed in your computer. And next, let's install the PyQt5 tools. Okay. So, okay, let me use the terminal then. Now, yeah, I give you the statement. Please create a directory named GUI. So in this project, let's create a new directory. Okay. And then let's make the name GUI. Okay. After you have the GUI, now we need to build the GUI in the PyCharm environment. So we call this is external tools. The external tools means we are going to connect PyCharm and the PyQt5. So you can go to File, Settings, and then you can go to Tools, and then you click the external tools, and you will see something like this one. Okay. Let's see one by one. I will go to the File, Settings. So in the settings, you can see Tools. So after you click the tools, you can check the, okay, when you have the tools, you can open the tools and then you can click this one, external tools. If you click in the external tools, then there will be nothing. Okay, so I will let you know one by one. Until this time, is it okay? No problem. Okay. So when you click the plus, it means you can have a new tool. So in this tool, yeah, this is the tool for the Qt designer. So let's put the name, program, argument, and this thing, okay, like what I show in this space. Okay. So you need to make the name. Actually, the name, it can be anything. So let's use the Qt designer. Okay, so the name, let's use the Qt designer. Actually, the name can be anything. And then we need to find where is the program. What is this program? If you look at this one, so this is the program in my computer. The program in your computer can be bigger. So you need to find where is this designer.exe. So I will let you know. First, you need to go to the Anaconda folder. Now I will go to my Anaconda folder. I think in the pie chart you can see. I think this one. Yeah. So if you use this Anaconda Pro, you will see that my Anaconda folder is this one. Okay. So you can go to the Explorer and then check this one. Okay, I will stop this one. You need to find the designer.exe. Okay. So you need to find the designer.exe. So in the side packages, in this side packages, you need to find the Qt5 application. So there are many packages that I installed in my computer. So yeah, it's just here. Now you can see there is a folder Qt5 application. So please go here. And then in the Qt5 application, you can see another folder Qt. And then you can see another folder which is bin. And then you can see the designer. Okay. So in this case, so let me show you. You can click, okay, on the top. Okay. You can click on the top and then copy, okay, boxa, and then you can put it into this program. Okay, one more time. So you can, when you are in this Windows Explorer, so you can go to this one and then boxa, copy, and then you can go to PyCharm, put here, okay, and at the end of this link, you need to put the word designer.exe. So we need to connect, we need to run designer.exe to show the user interface. So in my computer, it will be something like this. Okay. All okay, so it means that I will connect to this designer in this folder. Okay. Okay. And is everything okay? And then for the arguments, let's put it blank. And then for the working directory, so let's set up our working directory as the Python project. So where is your Python project? So you can see in my case, the Python project is located in the user IME. Okay, I have the Python project here. Okay. So I will just copy and paste this link, the Python project. Oh, sorry. I have the Python project here. So I will use this one. Oh, is it right? This is the Python project. Oh, wait. I think this is not my Python project. Let me close first. So if you are not sure with your Python project, you can close that one and then you can look at this one. So where is your Python project is located? If you want to know the exact folder, you can right click and then you can open in Explorer. Okay, so you can right click on the Python project, open in and Explorer. It is to know where is your project is located. Okay, so it is to know. Okay, now I will see that my project is here. So this is the link to my project. And you will use this link and then I will put it into the external tool that I built just now in the Qt designer. So the working directory will be this one. This installation. So yeah, if you finish with this one, let's try first. Okay, you can go to this GUI folder and then let's click on the external tool and then designer. Okay, so make the folder GUI and then let's click this external tool and then let's click this Qt designer. So you can see this is the Qt designer. So we can make our GUI later. If you can finish until this part, then everything is okay.